All right, there's my camera. Good morning. In the studio, Tom Boniol and Daniel Watson. And the song is over. Beautiful thing about what I do is that when I make a mistake, nobody dies, but everybody knows, and it's called dead air. So the dead air you just heard was me getting prepared for our guests in the studio here this morning as we fired up the live stream, and we have Tom Boniol, no stranger to these confines, and also Daniel Watson here in the studio as well. Well, Tom, welcome back. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
And then Daniel, welcome in, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, so let's start talking. We're going to talk about a big event that's going to be coming up on Sunday, but first, we were visiting a little bit about the American flag, and I'm laughing because when Tom says it burns my butt, and I'm like, what's that? He said about a candle about that high. No, is that when somebody has a torn flag and they try to mend it themselves by tying it together. Tom, why don't you take this opportunity and talk about how you would be getting a flag to any and all businesses if they need it. That's part of the service of the VFW.
Anytime anybody needs a flag, all they got to do is call the VFW. It goes straight to my cell phone because we don't have a landline as yet. But if you need a flag and it's messed up and you're renting it from us, just give us a call. We'll come out and replace it.
Very simple. Matter of fact, that's one of the fundraisers who started it? J.D. Harper start that? That started before you got there. Is that right, Tom? Or am I misremembering?
That's absolutely correct. Mr. Harper implemented that program for us, and through the years we have, gained more and more people who wanted to rent flags.
Yeah, momentum. And it's a neat thing, too, for businesses. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, or maybe I should put Daniel on the spot. Is it $95 a year or $75? No, it's $75, and that gets you the flag and the post, and you will maintain that flag in perpetuity. Is that right?
Right now, the current rate is $50 for a month. And
$50 a month?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But pretty soon, because of the cost of the flags, we're going to have to raise it up again.
Okay.
But if you need a flag, and another thing is, it's not just for businesses. We have flags out in neighborhoods all over Reston and Lincoln Parish.
I did not know that. All right, Daniel, first of all, you're a little bit younger than Tom. No offense, Tom. I think I'm older than you. We'll have to settle that one a little bit later on. But the VFW is a resource that I would dare say, Daniel, your generation is not really versed on the VFW. Is that a fair assessment on my part to say?
I think so, yes.
All right, well, tell us what you found out, when you found out, what is the VFW, and how can I be part of that and help my brothers and sisters, comrades?
Well, the VFW for me is just a bunch of other guys that have been there, done that. Anything that I was struggling with, they were able to help me. Mm-hmm. Just great resource for really anything you need. Everybody's a veteran. Everybody's a combat veteran. They've been overseas and serving our country. And I think a lot more people my age and also younger could find that the VFW is a good home for them.
I was born in '55 and gone through a couple of conflicts. I'm never served. That's not what I'm saying it is. But I have seen my father from World War II. But to me, in my position in life, looking and seeing, it almost seems to be, and Tom, you can cast in on this a little bit as well, but that they're forgotten veterans, that the post 9/11, the post 2001, over 4 million, but they're back and they're like, now what do we do? Now where do we go? And the VFW is part and parcel of the solution of that. And is that a fair assessment on my part? How do we reach them more?
Well, we've tried going and setting up recruiting booths and passing out poppies and a lot of that around town. But if you are a veteran and you want to get involved with the VFW and you have had combat experiences, all you got to do is get on the VFW, and there's my telephone number is right there. You can call me up and we'll get you squared away.
Well, what about you, Daniel? How do you reach your peers with the message that there's people that really understand what you could be going through at this moment because they have been in that similar situation?
I think with people my age in their early 40s and also 30s. I think a lot of those guys, it just takes time to really see that you need a bigger community. A lot of people are trying to handle the stress on their own. And for me, it took a while. It took a lot of prodding from my dad to, you need to come join, you need to come join. He's also a veteran. So I think it just takes fellow veterans to reach out over and over to say, hey, this is a good place for you. You know, this is something that could benefit you. And it might take 50 times just saying, hey, you need to come, you need to come, you need to come to the meetings. But I think eventually they'll get there, because the majority of the people in the VFW, our local VFW, are Vietnam veterans. And, you know, we need to learn everything we can from them while they're still here, and they can still help us.
Well, and that's why a place to have these meetings, the post is so critical. And Tom, you and I and Kathy, we did an interview in front of the building, which was built in 1933, and total, I mean, it was downright condemned, right?
It was in such dire straits that we were no longer allowed to go into the building itself. And right now, they're in the process of demolition, because they've already knocked the bricks off the side wall, but they had to stop at that particular point and remove the asbestos tiles. And now that that's done, the building is definitely ready for demolition.
You think you can get Ernie to fire up one of those tanks and just blow that thing apart? I'd pay to see that.
I don't think that we would like to have that big explosion right underneath a water tower. That would scare half the nation.
I'm sorry, my juvenile mind never grew up. The body's getting old, but the mind's not. All right, so explain how this all came to pass, because you're probably in shock, right? I mean, wasn't it you, me, and Kathy sometime late December? Could have been early January. And then, you know, explain why we as a community needed to raise $50,000.
Well, the whole big deal was I had gone to the mayor over and over again, and we finally got to the point to where he was going to build us a building, and we have moved from whenever I got involved, we've already moved 4 times. So now we're at using the historic fire station for our meetings, but we are in the process of, we're going to start building a new building, and we're going to break ground on January the 3rd.
January 3rd. The city has allocated $300,000, and I think you used the term that they wanted to see community interest, so the skin in the game of the community, and to come up with $50,000, and the community's pretty much done that, haven't they?
It took a little bit of effort from all the guys and girls, especially our auxiliary women, who were right there with us all the way. And yes, we raised enough funds to pass a check to the mayor.
And that's going to happen this Sunday, right?
Yes, sir.
5 o'clock at the Lincoln Parish Museum. Daniel, I mean, you put a lot of time in this. I've been watching your posts on Facebook too. I mean, give us your experience of doing this, and how many locations do you think you went out to sell a $10 raffle? Oh, by the way, folks can still buy one, correct?
Yes, I've been at the farmers market. We've been to the Big Creek Trade Days, PJ's Coffee, Black Rifle Coffee, Hot Rods Barbecue. And actually tomorrow we're going to be at PJ's Coffee in the morning, 7 to 10:30, Hot Rods Barbecue 10:30 to 1:30. And then on Thursday we'll be at Black Rifle Coffee, probably 8 to noon, and then I'll be at the night market, farmers market, from 5 to 8. There's 4 more chances to get tickets this week before the drawing.
And one other thing too, I'm going to post this up as we're live streaming this, QR code. Folks can take a picture of the QR code and decide how much they want to make a donation. And you take a picture of that, it'll take you right to a secure place where you can drop $25 in, $50 in, whatever you want for the VFW post. It all stays local. And so you're going to be hustling, man. This is cool. And here's the thing too, is that folks are in as much as you have been out there voraciously, people are just still starting to find out about this, and that's a good thing,
Oh yeah,
you know,
definitely.
to make
There's
a contribution.
still time to buy a ticket or make a contribution to help us out. For sure.
All right, root beer floats and cupcakes. Tom, you want to talk about that one? Is that right up your wheelhouse, or Daniel, are you more of a sweet tooth guy?
Not a sweet tooth.
You're not.
No.
Okay. All right, what else can we possibly say here? Folks, this is a free event to come out to the Lincoln Parish Museum this coming Sunday. What else can we possibly say, Tom, for you and for all of the veterans to help you out and make this happen? I mean, January 3rd, wow, this is cool. And it's all going to be right there.
July.
That whole area is going to be called now Memorial Park, correct?
Absolutely. And if you need tickets and you can't find one of us at one of our locations while we're out, you can always go to the Military Museum. Ernie will be glad to sell you tickets over there. And the day of the event, we will be selling tickets right up to the wire, and there's always that good chance that you might be the one to win that nice cook trailer.
Well, explain it too. I mean, I'm looking at a picture of it. I'll throw it up there. Did you take a chance there, Tom? I mean,
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't need that big monstrosity at my house. I'm too old to be out there cooking anyway.
What about you, Daniel? That looks something that you'd like to have on the back of your vehicle?
I just want to make sure somebody in the community gets it.
There you go. There you go. What are we looking at, Tom?
All right, we have a big vat where you can boil crawdads in it. It has a flat top on it. It's got a grill, and it's also got 2 deep fryers for fish.
Awesome.
And it has a capacity of holding 2 propane bottles.
All for only $10. So, what?
Yeah, we put a little over $6,000 into having the trailer built, and we're just selling raffle tickets for $10. So what a bargain!
Sure enough. Awesome. All right, my friend. Well, we'll see you Sunday at the Lincoln Parish Museum, 4 to 6 p.m. Folks can come in, browse, and see. If it's 5 o'clock, the drawing's going to happen. Transfer of the check and the trailer. So, and we'll live stream that too as well. Any other closing thoughts, closing words?
Come out and support the post.
There you go. Let's do the most for the post. As we continue now here on the new Rue 102, it is 8:30. Here is Coldplay. Awesome. Let's kill the stream.